Good day to our beloved students. Welcome to our math class. It is a great pleasure for me to teach you and give you the learning needed for our today's lesson. Our objective is to use properties of rhombus and square to find the measures of angles, sides, and other quantities. Are you ready to further understand the lesson? Okay, let's begin. Our lesson is all about using the properties of rhombus and square to find the measures of angles, sides, and other quantities. What are the properties of rhombus and square? Can you still recall the properties of rhombus and square? Knowing and familiarizing with the properties of rhombus and square will help a lot in solving and finding the measures of angles, sides, and other quantities involving rhombus and square. For us to recall their properties, let us fill the blanks with the missing term or terms for each statement shown in our presentation. For number 1, all sides of a rhombus are blank. Can you guess the missing word that will complete the statement? If your answer is congruent, very good. You got the correct word. For number 2, diagonals of a rhombus are blank. What word will complete the statement? If your answer is perpendicular, then your answer is correct. For number 3, each diagonal of a rhombus blank opposite angles. What word is missing in the statement? If your answer is bisect, well done. You got the correct answer. For number 4, in a square, all angles are blank. If your answer is congruent, then you got the correct answer. Last but not the least, for number 5, the diagonals of a square are blank and blank. Can you give the two missing words in the statement? If your answer is perpendicular and congruent, well done. Both of your answers are correct. After answering and filling the blanks on our first activity, I hope you have already recalled some properties of rhombus and square. To be able to familiarize more with their properties, here's a table showing the difference and similarities between the properties of rhombus and square. Together, let us analyze and study the table on your screen. Both rhombus and square sides are all congruent. All the angles of square are all congruent. Square diagonals are congruent. Both square and rhombus diagonals bisect each other. Both diagonals of square and rhombus are perpendicular. And lastly, both diagonals of square and rhombus bisect its opposite angles. Now that we have already recalled the properties of rhombus and square, let us proceed to our first example. In the given figure, quadrilateral TKAE is a rhombus. Given segment TA is equal to 2x and segment KE is equals to x plus 6, find the measure of segment KE. What properties of rhombus can we use to solve the given problem? All sides of a rhombus are congruent. Based on the given statement, we can say that TA is equals to KE. Let us substitute the value of side TA and KE to the equation TA is equals to KE. Substituting the values, we have 2x is equals to x plus 6. Then, let us try to solve for the value of x. Using APE, addition property of equality, we add negative x on both sides of the equation. Thus, we have 2x minus x is equals to 6. Simplifying the equation, we have x is equals to 6. After solving for the value of x, which is 6, let us substitute the value of x to the equation segment KE is equals to x plus 6. Therefore, segment KE is equals to 6 plus 6. Simplifying the equation, we have segment KE is equals to 12. Now, we have determined the value of segment KE using the properties of a rhombus. Let's have another example. Using the same figure, rhombus TAKE, given angle EAT is equals to 47 degrees. Let us find the measure of angle EAK and angle KET. In a rhombus, always remember that diagonal bisect its opposite angles. Thus, the measure of angle EAK is equal to the measure of the given angle, which is EAT, and that is 47 degrees. To be able to find the measure of angle KET, always remember that angle A and angle E are opposite angles. And in a rhombus, opposite angles are congruent. Also, the measure of angle EAT is equal to the measure of angle EAK. It is because diagonal AE bisect angle A into two congruent angles. Therefore, we have measure of angle KET is equals to measure of angle EAT plus measure of angle EAK. Since the measure of angle EAT and the measure of angle EAK are equal or congruent, we have measure of angle KET is equals to 47 plus 47 degrees. Thus, the measure of angle KET is equals to 94 degrees. Let's use another figure. In this example, parallelogram LODI is a square. Given side LO is equals to 2x minus 3 cm and the measure of side DI is equals to x plus 9, find the length of side LO. To solve the given problem, always remember that all sides of a square are congruent. Thus, LO is equals to DI. Substituting their values on the given, we have 2x minus 3 is equals to x plus 9. Using APE, addition property of equality, we add negative x and 3 to both sides of the equation, having 2x minus x is equals to 9 plus 3. Simplifying the given equation, we have x is equals to 12. Now that we have the value of x, we can now determine the measure of side LO by substituting the value of x to the equation LO is equals to 2x minus 3. Substituting, we have LO is equal to 2 times 12 minus 3. Solving, we have 24 minus 3. Thus, LO is equals to 21 centimeter. Okay. Since we got the correct answer already, let's proceed to the last example. And that is example number 4. Using the same figure, parallelogram LODI is a square. Given the measure of segment OS, which is 7 centimeter, and LD is equals to x plus 3 centimeter, Find the length of diagonal LD. To solve the given problem, let us remember that diagonal LD and diagonal OI are congruent, and diagonal OI is equals to twice the measure of OS, since in a square, the diagonals are congruent and bisect each other into two congruent segments. Diagonal LD is equal to twice the measure of segment OS, since diagonals bisect each other. Thus, LD is equal to 2 times OS. Substituting the value of segment OS on the equation, we have x plus 3 is equals to 2 times 7. Thus, x plus 3 is equals to 14. Using again APE, addition property of equality, we add negative 3 to both sides of the equation. Thus, we have x is equals to 14 minus 3. Simplifying the equation, we have x is equals to 11. After getting the value of x, we substitute the value of x to the equation. LD is equals to x plus 3 to determine the measure of LD. Thus, we have LD is equals to 11 plus 3. Simplifying the equation, we have segment LD is equals to 14 centimeter. So, those are the examples on how to solve problems involving rhombus and square. To sum up our lesson, remember that to solve problems involving rhombus and square, we use its properties to find the measure of angles, sides, diagonals, and other quantities. So, that ends our lesson in using properties of rhombus and square to find the measure of angles, sides, and other quantities. I hope that you enjoy and understand the lesson that we have discussed clearly. If not, you may go back to the lesson presented. If the lesson is clear to you, congratulations! You may now proceed in answering the exercises given to you in your module. Again, this is Mr. Herbert Evangelista saying good luck, God bless, and enjoy learning.